Hi everybody, my name is Nadine. I'm here back for a reading of Twin Flames in Separation. Today is July 31st and it is the new moon in Leo. I know for one I'm going to be meditating at the 11:11 Pacific time. From what I hear and read on YouTube channels, and is a very energetic moon. Um, and this is something that I know I'm going to benefit from. I have struggled with being brave and coming forward with the creativity that I hold um, in my being, and just really going after my dreams and going after my desires and what I hold passion for. So I have faith that this energy is going to bring me to a whole new level of my purpose and my path and my living, spiritually. So anyway, um, look up if you're not already. I'm pretty sure everybody is pretty much familiar with the new moon tonight. So anyway, I want to do some energy readings on the divine feminine in separation. I tend to do the separation because that is what I am experiencing. I think even um, when I'm not just helping and assisting in the separation, um, it's just something I'm passionate for because I've been through the hardest of times, I believe, and I would like to help um, other twins through that phase if I can be of any help at all. Just sharing my story and um, which one day I'm going to record and just share a little more of my story. I haven't done that. In my introduction, I gave a little bit of a quick overview of my story. But anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and just pull some cards for the Divine Feminine. If I already meditated and prayed over the cards, I do pray. I do have a Catholic background. I am open to all religions, and the coexist sign is just, I believe in, we all believe in God, Source, Universe, Gaia. Um, to me, they're all one and the same. So I'm going to go ahead. Spirit, if you can give me some energies on the Divine Feminines and separation. What energies will the Divine Feminine be? Ten of Cups. Nice. Spirit, Divine Feminine in separation. Divine Feminine and separation energies for the next couple of days, please. Divine Feminine and separation. Thank you. That one went fine. Can you get? Thank you. The next one we do have is the Three of Swords. Thank you, Spirit, for their energies for the Divine Feminine. We have the Nine of Swords. Okay, that's interesting. From the Ten of Cups to the Three of Swords to the Nine of Swords. Go ahead and take one more card, and then we'll go a little deeper. And we have the Emperor. Two came out, so the Emperor and the Seven of Swords. So, what I'm seeing here is the Divine Feminine is the Ten of Cups here is obvious about happiness, family, happiness, emotional fulfillment. And it's funny because a previous reading shows that the Divine Feminine is going to go after her purpose and her path with or without the masculine energy ready. So at the same time, we have the Three of Swords. There is heartbreak, and I believe this is pointing to the fact that the counterpart is not necessarily ready, or not necessarily ready to make those hard choices to walk away from toxic energy, and just you know habits and conditioning that was not so much in the best of their interest, but that they were, you know, brought up with. The Nine of Swords energy, to me, that speaks of worrying. And although I know for myself, and again, this could be the counterpart, um, the counterpart's energies, um, maybe definite heartbreak, definite worrying and regret, uh, maybe feeling the disconnect at this time, since the feminine is um, focusing on self. But this could be the feminine energy kind of still um, keeping a positive mind. However, subconsciously, we can keep it a positive mind, but know that we have heartache and know that we're worried. And sometimes we can get worried thinking, what if our masculine is not gonna make the right changes, make the right uh, make the right changes. So it's kind of I'm sorry, just fixing the lighting here. It's kind of uh, frustrating, to say the least. However, you can't lose focus. You cannot, we shouldn't lose focus. We shouldn't give up hope, because all of the signs are there. And I know for one, my energies in my path, although stagnant and kind of holding back for a while, I know that slowly but surely I'm getting my footing. And sometimes it takes a long time. Being rushed in a direction when we're not truly ready would be wrong, because we're just gonna end up right back where we started from. And I know I've taken my time, and it's kind of like losing weight. You lose 20 pounds in a week or in 2 weeks, and it's gonna come back more than likely. But you lose it gradually. You lose 20 pounds in 4 or 5 months, it's more likely to stay off. Okay, so it's kind of the same. The next two cards that came out at the same time was the Emperor and the Seven of Swords. This, I think, talks of the Emperor. It could be the divine feminine. I'm sorry, the masculine energy, and still with the deceit card. Getting away, trying to get away with something, trying to cut corners. And in this journey, and especially at this point of the journey, you can't cut corners. You just can't cut corners. And I've been pretty straight up with my counterpart, saying that I'm not gonna settle for anything less than what I know is right and what I know will be lasting. And deceit, and trickery is no longer gonna cut it. I'm no longer gonna turn a blind eye to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and we can go in a little bit further on these cards, and then I'm gonna go ahead and close up the reading. Again, these are the energies for the next couple of days. Today's the new moon in Leo, July 31st. Sure, give me more on the Ten of Cups. A little more on the Ten of Cups energy, please, Spirit. I call in Archangel Gabriel to bring in communication, clear-cut divine communication. And it is the Knight of Swords. So fast movement, just really going for it. And the new moon energy tonight is being bold, and this guy is bold, and he's rushing into everything he's been holding back. The passion has been there, but no movement. And mentally, he ready to rush into what to get what you need to do what you need to do to get this fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. So that's in work, and in union, if needed, in any area of your life where you're wanting, where everything comes together. You're ready to make those bold, passionate, aggressive moves. That's the way I'm reading that. Spirit, a little more on the Three of Swords, please. The Three of Swords. Why is the Three of Swords here? Give me a card. Three of Swords and the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is really ready to forge ahead. And this could be for the counterpart, and also, as I say, for the Divine Feminine. You've already been through the heartache. You've already gone past that, and you are mentally ready to look to go in that direction that you know is right. The Page of Wands, he's ready. He has a plan, and he's gonna go after it. You know, he's not gonna budge. He's focused. He's focused. And a little more on the Nine of Swords, please, Spirit. The Nine of Swords energy. Why is the Nine of Swords here for the Divine Feminine's upcoming energies for the next couple days? Nine of Swords, please. Divine Feminine and separation, please. Okay, so I have the Queen of Swords, Nine of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is, of course, she's clear cut. She's gonna say what she needs to say, kind of like what I said. She's gonna, with the Knight of Swords, she knows what she wants to do. She's gonna go after it. She's and with or without her, she's all about her truth, what she's gonna do and what she's willing to cut out. And maybe that brings a little bit of worry to her, because the masculine energy is kind of falling behind, or you know, not necessarily ready at this time. But whether she has spoken her truth, or her clear-cut plan to the masculine energy, or just to herself, maybe she's worried about what's going to be left behind. You can always worry about people or situations that you've put a lot of energy into, and you know, but then again, the worry should not be there, because if you're living your truth, then it can only go up from there. Not living your truth is more painful than living a than living a lie. Living a lie, you're wasting your time. You know, that's the way that I see it. You're living a lie. You're suffering inside. You know, not growing. It's a waste of time. You know, I'm gonna say, you're learning. You will learn lessons, but you'll have to do it all over again. So, last energies that we are going to ask for more is the Emperor and the Seven of Swords energy, Spirit. Emperor and Emperor, Seven of Swords. Two of Cups and the Three of Cups. Trying to get away. And the Emperor. The Emperor, I believe this is trying to get away. This is not really, this could be celebration or three-party, or overindulging in partying, you know, in good times, and socializing with the wrong crowd, maybe. It could be also like forced happiness, you know, and trying to get away with that. You're trying to get away with not living your truth. That's what I'm getting from this with the Seven of Swords energy and the Emperor in that energy. And that is clarified by the Two of Cups. The Emperor is part of this Two of Cups. And this is not, to me, it's not pointing toward celebration. It is pointing toward a third party. And with the Seven of Swords, the hiding, the trying to sneak and get away with that, not being honest. And so I believe the feminine energy is aware. This may be where all the worrying is coming in, the Nine of Swords, but at the same time, it's being clarified by the Queen of Swords. So, it isn't, this Queen of Swords, she's not an emotional mess. She's sitting on her throne, speaking her truth, and although it may be tough, it's tough decisions. Swords is mental. She's mentally strong to make these decisions. So the Two of Cups is on her mind. Her masculine is on her mind, but she knows that there's deceit, and she knows that she's not gonna let that stop her from going forward. So those are the energies, and I'm gonna go ahead and pick really quick a card, advice card from the Saint Michael Oracle deck. So Saint Michael, a message for the Divine Feminine and separation. What do we need to know for the next, some advice for the next couple of days regarding these energies? What can help us? What kind of advice for the next couple of days? Spirit. What kind of advice for the Divine Feminine and separation regarding these energies given? One advice card, please. Oh, something else wanted to come out. Okay. One more shuffle. Come on, please. Advice card. There it goes. And it is, the person you're asking about is trustworthy. The person you're asking about is trustworthy. So it says here, thank you for helping me have faith so I can open my heart wider in my relationships. I am grateful for your protection, ensuring that only trustworthy people are in my life. So again, we may be, there's a lot of counterparts that are unhappy, that know they're unhappy. They know that they're trying to sneak away, get away with something. I believe that the Three of Swords is not only the feminine's energy, but also the counterpart's energy. And at this time, although it does seem like our counterpart is not ready, they are trying. They are coming to terms and being enlightened and being given signs about what exactly is going on. So I think this shows that for those who are in contact or are getting messages from their counterpart, if you are asking, about your counterpart, or that person is on your mind, because the worry is here. We can be strong and be in our power, but still feel that worry. Is the counterpart going to come in? Or are they going to make those tough changes? They're trustworthy. Maybe, stay in there, have faith, work toward your Ten of Cups, because they always say for the divine counterparts, when you focus on yourself and you bring yourself to enlightenment, to ascension, that your counterpart follows. So keep thinking positive, and don't shut out your counterpart. if they do happen to come to you, even if you know that they're still not. I'm not saying take them back even if they're still lying, but don't shoot them down and don't give them a negative reaction or say something like, oh, I've heard that before, because it's been in messages before that they are really digging deep, really in pain, really suffering, and really need our positive energy and light sent to them. So when they do come around and what they're working through, when they're done working through what they're working through, and when you, with your prayer and your light being sent, and you keeping them in your meditation, in your hours of meditation, and sending healing to them, um, all in all, at the end of the day, they're your twin. If they're your true twin, then they will ascend. You were meant to be together. You have a purpose. Whatever they're going through, whatever we are going through, whatever's gone on between you guys, you have a purpose. So have faith. Okay? Thank you. And again, don't forget the 11:11 time. Peace, light, love to all. Bye.